Let's go! Despite the fact that India has a lot of coastline, when people think India, they usually think of the Taj Mahal, butter chicken, and crowded markets. I've never really associated India with relaxed beach towns. But that is ending right now as we explore one of India's most popular beach destinations, Goa. We're Madison and Ivan, and in today's Madventure, we are diving into all sides of Goa, from experiencing the unique food to touring a spice farm, having an epic, relaxing beach day, and so much more. It is going to be an incredible Madventure. Let's Goa! We landed as the sun was setting, stopped at the hotel to drop off our things, and hit the beach. The beach here is full of bars and restaurants, each with their own unique style and theme. We headed to Pousada, a favorite of Priyanka and Nick Jonas's, for our first official Goan meal. I started with a local liquor, Feni, made from cashews. I got a Feni mojito made with curry leaves instead of mint. It was delicious, and the Feni brought a smooth, nutty flavor. Now let's see, starting with
Bal chow prawns. Big old prawns too. This is really good. Sweet, tangy. Definitely got spices, not too much heat. I'm excited for the Vindaloo.
This is a great first look at Goan cuisine already.
Next, we got the Vindaloo. The owner of the restaurant told us that this isn't like Vindaloos you get elsewhere. It's been cooking for multiple days now. It looks fantastic, but we got to find out how it tastes.
This is a Goan classic.
And a lot of these vinegar flavors are coming from Goan's rich Portuguese heritage. So Goa was a Portuguese colony, and a lot of the food has like fused, right? So a lot of great spices from its Indian heritage, presence of even pork and beef in items here. Not to mention the vinegar, which is kind of a signature. It was in the prawn. Bal chow, it is definitely in the Vindaloo, playing a leading role there. But enough talking, let's go. There is a generous amount of vinegar there, but beautiful, almost floral effect to it, right? It's like, it has, I think it's a vinegar itself that has this like kind of sweetness to it. And I think the fact that it's been cooked for so long, it's really taken the edge off of that vinegar flavor you often have. It's playing this such nice role of like tenderizing the meat. The meat is tender, so like you don't need teeth for this. This is definitely not like Vindaloos I've had before. Definitely one of the best Vindaloos I've had before.
Merry Christmas from Goa! And today's Madventure is celebrating Christmas in the top place in all of India to do so. I'm so excited. Today we are going to be going to several churches. We are going to be eating several traditional Christmas pastries. We're going to be seeing this spectacular fireworks show that happens at midnight on Christmas Eve
At the beach.
This is actually my first time celebrating Christmas outside of the USA. So I'm very excited to see how other countries celebrate. Okay, let's go. We started our morning with a Ras Omlette, a Goan specialty where they upgrade a regular omelet by topping it with chicken curry. Next up, the Basilica of Bom Jesus, built in 1594. This is the oldest church in Goa and one of the oldest churches in all of India. The architecture is so cool. And this is actually a basilica because it is homes to the remains of St. Francis Xavier, which have been miraculously preserved for over 400 years. We weren't allowed to film inside, but we could see the remains from a distance, and it was pretty cool. Now to Fontanias, also known as the Latin Quarters. We're starting with the Church of Our Lady of the Immaculate Conception, which was originally built in 1541, but what we're currently seeing was built in the 1600s. It was updated and enlarged. It is so beautiful. I know it has a Portuguese influence, but to me, it really takes me back to Greece. It's gorgeous. Walking through the Latin Quarters, the colors of the buildings are so beautiful and bright. There's people having photo shoots in front of every doorway. But we're not here for a photo shoot. We are here to get traditional Goan Christmas pastries at the 100-year-old bakery Confeitaria 31 de Janeiro. Being here for Christmas means we're getting Christmas specialties, which is so exciting. Here we have a bunch of pastries. Very excited. A lot of, Goa is tropical, so there's a lot of coconut in all of it. So we got the bebinca, which is here. It's like this layered pastry, a bunch of layers. And I've read that there's a lot of egg. It's kind of has like a custardy sort of texture to it. You can see it's like kind of gelatinous. And he warmed it up for us. So I know that's going to be super good. We got a dodol, which is this like chocolate coconut cake. I haven't really had chocolate in that many Indian desserts before, so super excited to try that out. Then we got the nueros, I believe it's called. And it is like kind of like an empanada vibe, and I think there's like a sweet filling. Actually, I have no idea what the filling is going to be. Excited to find out. And then lastly, we have a bath cake or bath cake. So it's like just a very common coconut cake, but all of these are specialties from Goa, which is just super exciting to me. Breaking apart all 7 layers one by one. It looks delicious. And that's good stuff. Just the right amount of sweetness. It's got like the gelatinous quality. It's got like, I love that texture. It's got this like eggy flavor to it. It's rich, it's sweet, but this is quite delicious. The dodol. There's some cashews in here, which is exciting because Goa is very well known for its cashews as well. Yeah. It's a very delicious cashew. Now this rich chocolatey. Oh my gosh, that's so rich and like heavy and dark, but it's not dense, it's this nice soft texture, which usually this flavor that you get in a chocolate dish comes from something very dense. It has this bitter, earthy quality to it, and I don't know if it's coming from the fact that it's like maybe just more fresh of cocoa than we usually have in the States, like less processed or what, but it's super interesting. I like it.
Here we have the bat cake or bati cake. Flavor-wise, you get a light coconut flavor, a nice buttery pastry, buttery cake, very good. And the hard exterior kind of shell holds it all together. This is called the nueros. From the name and kind of the empanada style, I sense some Portuguese influences here. I don't know what it's filled with. Let's find out. Coconut halwa with cardamom. For sure, solid amount of cardamom in there, and those sorts of like accompanying spices that are very common in Indian, especially South Indian desserts, but packaged in a, I would say, European kind of way, because the shell is such a nice crisp. Oh yeah.
Belly's full, we walk past one more church. There are around 200 Catholic churches in Goa before heading back to the beach for the Christmas Eve fireworks. We found a candlelit table on the beach at Bistro Sun and Sea Shack and ordered their specialty, the kingfish masala fry. It was so fresh and delicious. We drank a couple beers and watched the tide rise, and now it's almost midnight.
This is the best possible birthday celebration.
There were fireworks shows going on all over the place. It was such a special start to Christmas Day. In the morning, we figured it was time to enjoy the beach during the daylight. We walked along the beach until we found a beach shack with chairs in the front row open, set up camp for the day. Between food, drinks, and massages, I think we spent around $15 US here and enjoyed this amazing spot for the whole day.
But Goa is not a city, Goa is a state in India, and right now we are in the city of Candlelit.
So to make sure we get a full taste of Goa, we're moving to the city of Majorda in South Goa, which I'm expecting to have a more relaxed and naturey vibe. This hotel is ridiculously nice. So I should probably mention that we booked both of our hotel stays in Goa with points at a super good rate. We'll link the sign up to our favorite travel credit card in the description, and while you're down there, why don't you go ahead and click those like and subscribe buttons as a late Christmas gift to us, and we'll gift you with more amazing travel content. Celebrity restaurant recommendations seem to be a theme for us here in Goa. We walked a few minutes from our hotel to Martin's Corner, where we tried the Goan sausages, which were great, but most importantly, we tried the king crab masala fry, a favorite of one of the biggest cricket players of all time,
Sachin Tendulkar, one of the most famous, if not the most famous cricketer ever.
Absolutely delicious and incredible. Very solid recommendation. It's our final morning in Goa, and we are headed to Sahakri Spice Farm. Lemongrass tea. We're gonna live forever now. Elixir of life. After a quick refreshment, it's time for the tour.
Cinnamon is the outer bark of the tree. This is clove. It's a cocoa tree, cacao, chocolate tree. Green cardamom plants. So count it from here, like the rainy season, summer season, and winter season.
I was a little concerned when we realized we're the only people in our group without kids, but this tour was fun for adults too. As foodies, we always enjoy learning more about where our food actually comes from. We saw how Feni is made and learned about lemongrass, black pepper, allspice.
So this is actually a creeper. Vanilla is a climber, creeper. It needs other tree support to grow.
Then we saw one of our favorite plants of all, coffee. They cooled us off with some herbal water before serving us some of their homemade Feni. And whoo, was that strong. Now it's starting to burn.
Yeah.
Then it was time to feast. A lunch buffet was included in the price of admission.
You know, it might just be in my head, but I think the spices are better here. So fresh.
The betel leaves
Yeah.
and
Wow.
here's the coconut tree, palm tree.
You know everything now.
Yeah, I'm a spice expert. Spice baby. This is really cool.
Speaking of cool, I know it's wintertime here in Goa, but we're coming from living in New York City in below freezing temperatures, and we are sweating. It's time to check out what the beach is like in South Goa. We don't often stay at hotels that are this nice, so we had to go back and enjoy it. We also had our first beef that we've had in India, and it was so delicious. This was the best beer we've had in India, and one of the best sunsets we've had in India. This was just the perfect end to our time in Goa. This place is such an amazing, relaxing, fun beach destination, and it's nothing like the sort of vacation I expected from India. We've had an amazing time here, and next week we're exploring more of this beautiful country as we head to Kolkata and dig into its delicious food scene. Getting sentimental because it's Christmas. Getting to do this is such a gift, and you watching our videos and subscribing is what makes it all possible. So please join us for more, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next one.